Welcome to the WTIM Morning Show. Video streamed on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook and WTIM TV YouTube. Your video stream co-sponsored by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Good morning. I'm Avery Cooper here with Director of the Christian County YMCA, Bruce Blanshan. Great to have you back here on the program, Bruce.
As always, it's good to be here, Avery. Thank you.
So you shared some news with me that the pool had some issues this last week or so, but that is no longer the case. What happened and what's going on?
We're hoping. We are waiting on the pump motor. So we had some mechanical issues with our pool pump motor, and we thought we would be able to pull the motor. We took it to Decatur to try to get it looked at. They thought that, if it were just the bearings, maybe bearing assembly, maybe a little more than that they could get it going within a few days. And they kind of discovered after the first day that it's a little more to it than that. And it was going to be pretty costly to make the repairs. So we decided at that point, we had talked about always trying to have a backup and to make sure, so if something happens in the future, that we're sort of covered. So we went ahead and we ordered a new pool pump motor, and we're hoping that it arrives this morning. That's what they're telling us. So hopefully that is the case. And once we get that the pool pump motor back on and we get the pump assembly, then we'll turn everything on, and probably, I would say within an hour or so of doing that, our pool would be open for use. So it's been off for a little over a week, so it will be pretty cold. So just kind of fair warning. But as soon as we can get it back up and rolling, everything will be on and the pool heater will be working again. But it just might take a bit of time to warm things up. But yeah, hopefully that's the case. It's kind of I guess there's never a good time to have mechanical issues or mechanical failure. But as our gym is through the insulation project and they're wrapping that up hopefully within the next few weeks, as that goes, then here we experience some issues with our pool pump. So hopefully Avery, we get the part in this morning, or late this morning, early afternoon, we can get that going and we can kind of get back to functioning again in the pool.
Assuming you do get it today, what does the installation time frame look like?
You know what?
Days?
No, it should only take maybe an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay.
So it's a 15 horse motor. It's pretty big, pretty heavy. But we have I think they call them like a cherry picker or whatever those are, like something you'd pull an engine, and so we've got one of those that we'll use to hoist the unit into the mechanical room, lay it on the plate and anchor her in, and then just get the pump assembly installed, and then then it's just turning everything on and getting it back up to snuff. So we'll have to probably it'll probably take maybe another hour to maybe get maybe 2 to 2.5 hours altogether just to get the pool chemicals. We've been keeping an eye on those, but you just got to make sure before you open it to the general public that you're good to go. So, and it might not take that long, but I guess that's just kind of erring on the side of caution, so to speak.
Right. Now I want to it's good news about the pool, by the way, but I want to shift gears a little bit to the membership drive. You had one in December. How'd that go, by the way?
You know what? It went really well. We were able to help the Christian County Toys for Tots. We initially, when they came out and asked if they could put a box for folks to donate, we said sure. And then when we decided that we kind of wanted to help them and try to do a little bit more, they gave us another box. So when they came to pick everything up this past Thursday or Friday, we had about a one whole box full, kind of over the top, and the other one was about halfway full. So We had quite a few people contribute. And I think that's what speaks volumes about this community, Avery. I think no matter what the cause, no matter what organizations out there that's looking for help or looking for assistance, this community is probably one of the best I can think of. And that's what kind of attracted me to come back to Taylorville, and the why is that this community is so giving, it's so caring that they always want to help their neighbor, help someone else.
And it went so well now that you're extending that program a bit into January. A
Well,
little bit more
so
about
so
that.
so what we're doing, the Toys for Tots, they went ahead and they picked everything up Friday. They handed everything out over the weekend. So we kind of thought, all right, we got to come up with something else to try to um, maybe provide incentives for people to get involved in the Y or get back into fitness. And as January rolls around and after the holidays, one of the biggest things people talk about is trying to lose weight, trying to get back in shape, try to get fit, try to get healthy, or healthier, let's say, as we all eat quite a bit over the holidays. So what we're going to do is in January, we waive the activation fee. Used to be called the joining fee. We're waiving that for anyone who comes in and joins, and then they will receive a 10% off that first month. And so we're just trying to try to, I guess, have some incentive for those folks who are, they're thinking about joining, but they're not sure. And that's the incentive to come in, that's it's quite a bit of a savings there that they'll receive in the first month. And then they'll get, have the opportunity to use the wellness center and the pool. And pretty soon here, the gym will be back up and rolling. As I said earlier, they're almost done there, Avery. So, maybe a couple weeks away yet, but we're getting closer every day. And this gives everyone the opportunity to get out and get back in the Y, get fit, get accomplish your goal, whatever that is for the year, and get back in shape.
You mentioned some of the reasons why someone would want to join the YMCA, but what else does the YMCA have to offer?
Really, as I mentioned earlier, our Family Aquatic Center is the main attraction. It is without a doubt. There's nothing like it, really in Central Illinois. And there's outdoor facilities that have some of the same amenities, but nothing indoors. So, to have the zero depth entry, the interactive play area, the vortex, the lazy river, the big slide with the plunge pool, a lap pool, 3 lap lanes. So we can't host swim meets, but we have a swim team. They practice at our facility. They travel to swim meets, and then there are several adults who swim laps, as that's their thing. So usually those 3 lanes are open almost all day, and then in the after school sometime in there, we'll have a couple hours of practice for our swim team, and then usually to close out the night, those lap lanes will be open again. Water aerobics for people in there. There's a steam room, a dry sauna, a whirlpool, big whirlpool that overlooks these big, beautiful windows that you can sit in there and just kind of look outside. It's nice at night. It's pretty cool. In our wellness center, we have 3 separate areas, a great big track, that someone can walk inside, not have to deal with the elements, not have to worry about being cold. But there's sort of some strength training equipment on one side of it. You have cardio pieces, bikes, ellipticals, stairmasters, recumbent bicycles, treadmills, and then free weights at kind of on the other end, and several pieces of from incline bench to a Smith machine to just about everything that you can think of. So, and then a large gymnasium, a mezzanine where we have a lot of activities upstairs, some fitness classes. We have a fitness room on our main level where we have some fitness classes, and down in the basement, same thing. And then our after school program goes upstairs. There's a dance studio up there. And then we have a room up there where we kind of set up for our child care before after school, summer day camp. We have desks, a large area for them to do some quiet stuff. They can use the mezzanine for active stuff. It's a great spot. So
You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show with Christian County YMCA Director Bruce Blanshan. You're on WTIM, your information station, with live video stream. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark.
A happy holiday to all, and to all a warm wish from Shelby Electric Cooperative on Route 128 and North 6th Street in Shelbyville for a meaningful holiday where all members of your family experience a full measure of happiness. And may the new year come to be successful and rewarding. Happy holidays from Shelby Electric Cooperative on Route 128 and North 6th Street in Shelbyville. There's a joy in the atmosphere this time of year. The employees at Bob Riding's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, and Pana hope that you are touched by this feeling and that your holiday be a happy one. May you and your family be blessed with peace and contentment. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from everyone at Bob Riding's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, and Pana. We found it warm and satisfying to wish our friends and neighbors a Merry Christmas season. And it's the hope of everyone at Legacy Grain Cooperative, with locations in Stonington, Blue Mound, Mowequa, and Sharpsburg, that you'll find this season to be filled with contentment and good cheer. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Legacy Grain Cooperative.
Dip into real dairy flavor with farmer-owned Prairie Farms Dairy Dips in 4 delicious flavors. Choose from French onion, bacon ranch, jalapeno fiesta, and veggie ranch dips. Perfect for family or friend get-togethers or anytime. Grab these delicious Prairie Farms Dairy Dips in the dairy case. Prairie Farms has been bringing farm fresh quality from their family to yours for 75 years.
Taylorville's brightest Christmas tradition, Christmas in the Park, is back for its 34th year. Tonight, the park is open from 5 till 10 for car traffic to see the beautiful displays. Tonight, Santa visits are available from 6 till 8. The displays are open tonight through December 25th from 5 till 10. Christmas in the Park, presented by the Taylorville Park District.
I'm Rachel Elam, Next Generation Ministries Director from Davis Memorial Christian Church at 1500 West Franklin in Taylorville, inviting you to our annual Christmas Eve worship service, December 24th at 6 p.m. Our choir will present a Christmas cantata called Candles and Carols, incorporating the Advent candle lighting and the birth of Christ together in one event with both choir and congregational singing. Communion will be observed as well. You can also watch the service live on our Facebook page. Hope you'll join us at Davis Memorial Christian Church in Taylorville, Christmas Eve at 6 p.m.
Whatever you want to do financially, it's achievable with People's Bank and Trust. Find a personal or business banker simply by clicking the People's Bank and Trust icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Robinson from Advanced Title. Whether selling your home on your own or through your local realtor, please give us a call at 824-8007 for all your title work needs.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. Streamed on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook page and WTIM TV YouTube. Landmark of Taylorville sponsors this video stream. Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark, along with People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Your guest this morning, YMCA Director of Christian County, Bruce Blanshan. Glad to have you here, Bruce. Now, there are a lot of things going on for the YMCA, but it feels like January is kind of the homecoming of sorts for the Christian County YMCA.
You know what? It's kind of a big time for us. We usually is when we have our winter session. We kick off with a lot of programming. In our pool, there's group and private swim lessons. We have parent-child swim lessons. We have water aerobic classes. There's a class Tuesdays and Thursdays where there's several people in there. And I recently talked to one of our participants who's she's kind of we're going to try to like spotlight her this month in our building. She's lost like 45 pounds, in about 5 or 6 years time, and she's just really she's just incredible. And so anybody who's out there who wants to get back into it, there's Les Mills fitness classes, there's land fitness classes. We have our youth basketball program for kids in grades 1 through 4 that starts in January, and then we have biddy basketball for those that are 4 and 5 that kind of they're wanting to get involved, but they're just maybe too young yet to maybe get into a big program. Well, we do a biddy basketball program where it's a 4-week program. It's an hour a week. For 30 minutes, we do drills and skills. The next 30 minutes, we try to play a game. So it's pretty entertaining, to say the least. But we have several active older adults who are involved at the Y. One of our biggest and largest groups, and Silver Sneakers is big, and then just active older adult fitness classes that they participate in through the week. Our teen center, getting it going again. I always think fondly of those times years ago when I worked, and Friday nights from 5 until 10, we were there for those kids in junior high, and what a better place to be than at the Y, hanging out with your friends, getting to play some basketball, volleyball. I guess dodgeball is the big thing now. So I guess our staff have really kind of like got a large following that come out every Friday, and these kids just want to smear each other and play dodgeball. I think that's awesome. So then we have a grade school party once a month that we have for those kids in grades 3 through 5 on Saturdays, Saturday evenings from 5 to 9. And then open swimming, open gym. Once we kind of wrap everything up in our gymnasium here, hopefully at the end of the month of the 1st of January, we'll have that back up and going. And then for a lot of moms out there who want to get involved and do something, and they're at home or their schedule allows that they could come out in the morning and get into a fitness class or workout, we usually do have someone in our childcare room in the mornings for a couple hours that can watch their child as they work out. So there's a lot that's going to be going on coming up here in January, and really, one of the classes I mentioned before, but we have a rock steady boxing class that's for those with Parkinson's, and the class is just a wonderful class, and as all of our classes are. But I think it's great because it benefits those who have been stricken with Parkinson's, and it allows them to kind of continue to stay active, and I think that's what helps them to kind of maintain some of that health throughout that disease. So, but it's a big month for us, Avery. We're looking for a lot of people to get involved and get into programming, and we're looking to serve Taylorville and Christian County as best we can.
You mentioned having a good childcare staff on hand, but there's lots of. I'm sure you're looking for people to come in and help with that, as well as some other areas where people can find some employment opportunities. Especially, you mentioned it last time you were on. This is a really good place for teenage kids to kind of start off their working careers.
For sure. I think what we do is we work. Kids have a pretty, teenage kids, especially in high school, college kids, they have a busy schedule. They have class, they have homework, they have extracurricular activities. And I think, working at the Y, we're kind of that perfect example of, you could work 2 to 3 days a week. Maybe you work 4 to 5 hours a shift. Maybe you work one day, you work 6 to 8 hours. But we have it set where, someone who's wanting to maybe work a couple days a week and willing to be a lifeguard or a deck supervisor, or someone who's willing to maybe help out in our after school, before school childcare, and or in our our daycare room, just babysitting area. Youth sports opportunities. If there's kids out there that like to play sports, really, I'll tell you, there's no better job, and I did it too growing up. There's no better job than being a referee, kind of helping mentor kids along the path. Letting them kind of showing them the passion for sports that you have as a person, and fitness instructors, and then always looking for a bus driver, always looking for someone with a CDL. So,
that's a really cool program. Hey, thank you so much for coming on the program, Bruce.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Avery.
You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show. People's Bank and Trust sponsors this live video stream on the WTIM TV YouTube, where they put people first, in Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF.